Greek painting and pottery. Vases.
Although some paintings on walls and other surfaces survive, the most famous ancient Greek paintings are those that appear on pottery, particularly vases. The painting that was done on vases was often separate from the pottery making, with different artists completing the paintings. It is also interesting to note that while we see many of these paintings as important artistic pieces today, this work was not seen as particularly important or the best art in ancient Greece. One of the reasons for this is that much of the pottery that was created and painted was meant to be used, such as vessels that carried water or drinking vessels. Early pottery, during the 9th and 8th centuries BCE, was most often decorated with geometric shapes and other abstract designs like lines and circles. Art historians speculate that artists may have used tools such as compasses and multiple brushes to create some of these effects. By 800 BCE, human and animal figures began appearing in some of the paintings, often within the geometric shapes and framework that had been popular before. By the end of this period, depictions from Greek mythology may have been included in some of the paintings. Art historians note that these images may indeed be from Greek mythology, or they may be simpler images that we as modern humans are interpreting as Greek mythology. Orientalizing style was dominant in the 8th and 7th centuries BCE, and it was characterized by greater representation and narrative depictions. This style combined artistic elements from many other cultures, including Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Asia. This infusion of different cultures brought new motifs to the paintings, including palms, rosettes, lions, and sphinx. The narrative painting during this time period focused on Greek mythology and legendary figures. Some of the paintings feature monsters which were used to help illustrate the heroic figures of mythology. Starting in the middle of the 6th century BCE, a style known as the black figure style was dominant. In this style, the artists used silhouetted figures, and we have the first known examples of artists signing their works. Some of the artists of these paintings also appear to have been potters, based on the signatures found on the works. Looking at the examples of this style, what are your impressions of it? During the latter part of the 6th century BCE, some artists began to create the opposite of the black figure style by leaving the figures in red and painting the background in black. This style was known as the red figure style. This style allowed artists to create more details in the humans, animals, and other figures.
Black figure Greek painting. The Greek painter Cyax created this image, titled Heracles strangling the Nemean lion. Red figure Greek painting. This piece was created by the foundry painter and is titled Hephaestus hands in the new Achilles armor to Thetis.
What do you notice about these two images? How are they different and how are they similar? How do the colors of the figures affect the mood and narrative? One of the differences that these two images show is how the red-figured style allowed artists to add more detail to the image. While both are beautiful, the two styles have different strengths.